Super X here, also known as Rust. Today's video is going to be about this E7 right here. E7 Classic. I'll tell you all about the Classic here in this video, and we do a little close-up action on it. Just try to give you a little aesthetic from across the room with it. The amazing vape it provides at 27 watts. The overall durability, the stoutness of this mod. We're going to look at it next to E8 Modulos so you guys can see the difference for them firsthand, see the difference in them. And again, I started to think more about what is it about the regulated vape that has pulled me so far from one set opinion over to I don't think I'm ever going back. I think I know exactly what it is. Not, again, the contact maintenance is the huge thing, but just the button press. You're pushing a button that is activating a chip. It's like sending a signal to a chip. So you're never gauging, am I pressing it hard enough? Do I press it harder? Am I pressing it too hard? It's just, that's it. So that is one of the things that I probably didn't mention in my previous videos. If anyone's come from a life of using mostly mechanical squonkers like I have, that's been my life for the last 3+ years, mechanical squonkers. And within the last month and a week, month and a half, I made basically a full transition. Now I still have my Macs because they're cool. They're awesome Macs. I have them at a couple of different price points. I have your Rio Grandes, which are basically, to me, the squonker that started squonking them all. They're still killer, they'll last forever. And I have a newer one called a Custom Classic, which is in about the same price point as a SunBox E8 here. Killer mods made by really good guys. Nothing against the people or the mods, but I found that the regulated vape has become me. Especially when you can get it. The E7 is known for its bulletproof durability. You'll see when you grab one. I'm going to show you under the camera. I mean, this is a robust, very, extremely, in my opinion, robust mod. And this one's a little different than the one you might get. We'll show you that again. I mean, the shape is the same, but I requested this one as kind of a beater. Do you have anything laying around the shop that's not finished? Boy, was I in for a surprise. Let's take a look at this thing and see what it looks like under the camera, kind of an up-close and personal deal, and then you make the decision yourself. Okay? See you in a bit. So this is the SunBox E7 Classic. What makes it a classic is an E8 Modulo, as we looked at in the past, is basically a frame. This is an E8, this is an E7. Why don't I start with that? Let's look at an E8 versus an E7. Okay? This is a red anodized. This one is like a mill finish. It's got some special pieces on it too. I'll go into all that in a little bit. But there's a size comparison. This mod is roughly about a 1/4 inch wider. It's maybe a little tiny bit less than a 1/4 inch wider, but that's it. Every other dimension is the same. The width, everything about it is the same, other than it's slightly wider. I'll go into some of the special features that this mod alone has in a moment. Okay, so that's it. So in a classic, basically, again, let's take a look at the mod. This is a DNA 40. It's a smaller screen than on an E8, which is fine by me. Because again, the purpose of getting this classic, these mods have been praised for their ultimate durability. So my reasoning for getting the E7 Classic was to basically phase mechs out of my life for the most part, to not use them, because I like the regulated experience so much that I said I think it's time to find a mod that will replace the mechs. And this is the one that people tell me. I mean, you can look at John Vanis, posted some videos in the SunBox Lovers Only Facebook secret group, and he's had one. It's several years old. It looks like, it's been through a nice, healthy life of not being afraid to take it places. This is a good old custom engraving that's on the back. How cool is that? I like it. So again, this isn't the one, this isn't like the average SunBox ring. I made a special request. I said, Paulo, I'm looking for kind of like a beater mod. I sent him a PM on Facebook, and that's one thing. Once you get in the SunBox lovers only group, I think the only requirements of getting in there is getting a SunBox. Once you have a SunBox, you're welcome in. And then you could reach out to the people there at SunBox. I said, I'd like to get a beater. You know, I recently got this one secondhand, and right after I got it, you know, I couldn't resist buying one from you new, which was this one. And then I realized the beauty of these E8s. They're just so beautiful. Such a fantastically executed, elegant, killer mod. But the beauty of them is such that I needed a mod that these I'll take anywhere, but I won't take them probably if I was going in the woods, in the rough duty, like if I'm going out in the yard to do yard work or wash my car. I would not take one of these E8s. They're too beautiful. They're too striking. They mean too much to me already. Not that this mod doesn't, but so I wanted something that was something that you can take and not worry about really so much. It could take a drop, probably a throw. Not ever going to test it, I promise you. Hopefully willingly not test it. So some of the things you'll notice in difference to it is that the DNA chip control buttons on this mod, on the E8, are here. They're exposed. They're out there. Fire buttons in the same location. On the E7, they are inside of it here, which is really cool. So let's take a look at the inside versus the inside of a fully locked and loaded. Before you go decommissioning stuff, kind of cool. So there's the insides of the two next to each other. Running the HG2s in there, the SunBox Cappy bottles. This is pretty much the deal right there. So again, this is not this mod. The intent of this mod wasn't to be something beautiful and perfect. It was more for, I'm going to probably wind up using this thing in situations that I'd never dream of taking anything but a mech in. Can you hook me up? So this one is like rough from the mill. It's got character marks on that bevel all over it. I mean, this wasn't anything that was done like specially for me. This is just one that Paulo had around. This was done specially for me, unless he has another Ross that just wanted a kind of a, hey, E7 kind of laying around that isn't perfectly finished or anything like that. So you'll see when you get inside it that this one has, this mod has a ton of character. Now on the E7, the spring for the battery goes in the way most of us guys that have evolved in our mech use are accustomed to, where on the E8 the battery goes in with the negative up. This is your standard positive up. Even the spring on this, I mean, this mod, you could feel in your hands that this thing is made to take abuse. Even talking to Paulo, he said this is a mod I take to the beach, the pool. This mod is a rock, is what he called it, and it's one you'll basically use everywhere. It's good in every situation, and it looks cool enough that, just say I didn't even have those E8s, I think that mod looks cool enough that it's not exactly a beater mod that you'd be afraid. I'd take this thing to, like, you know, the hospital Christmas party type of thing. If I worked in a hospital, they had a Christmas party. Alright, so there you go. That's it. I love, this is a stainless steel panel. That's kind of a custom thing followed through on there for me. So there are some custom features again, because I begged him. I've expressed, you guys would freak out, but I could express some love and some messages. I mean, I do. I love these mods. You could see in the course of a month, I have made 360 degree, I'd probably call it like a 720s, you know, just like backflips over and over and over and over right into this. This is where I am right now. 3 SunBoxes in just a little over a month, starting with this used one. And that's just because I found it so awesome. Never really thought much about them. Again, the story started with Cappy bottles. I ordered Cappy bottles for another mod. I've subsequently upped to my ante and got more, because these bottles in themselves, I'm going to go through this like you've never seen any of my other videos. I want you to know, if this is the only one you ever see, I want you to know. So it started with these Cappy bottles. They're 10 milliliter, nice and soft, designed by SunBox for SunBox mods. They don't fit everyone. I don't think they fit like the Monster or some of the other ones, like some of the one-offs, but male receiver into a female bottle. So they have, you notice the offset in the top of that bottle. That's meant so that 10 milliliter bottle sits in there and your tube is a straight run, straight up in there. Now these are the bottles, these, see, I put my Cappies in there. So it started out, to go back, I lose myself a lot, sorry if I lost you. I said, man, I have all these bottles sitting around. I'd like to, maybe I'm going to try this SunBox. And what happened that day, it was like, freaking, it just happened. Boom. Right on the classifieds was this mod right here. Now, it didn't have this door on it. This door was a gift from Paulo. It had its standard door on it, which it in and of itself was a very beautiful mod. I couldn't resist it. Let's see, I hope I have the door right here. That would make my day. There it is. Okay, give me a second. Should have all this stuff out. So I saw this mod on the classifieds on Facebook, Squonker's Paradise. Got to throw it out there because that's kind of where I've been hanging. Squonker's Paradise. I saw that mod and I saw the price and it just boom, I snacked it up so fast. I took, the guy shot me a picture of the inside. It was like I had to have it at the price that he was selling. He sold it to me like basically below retail price. He sold me, he included in with it this spare UFO connector. And from that moment, I got it. I was real anxious to get it. It was like game on. As soon as I felt it in my hands, like it happens to me a lot, saw it, examined it, I was like, damn, immediately I need another. I have to have another. This is just way too cool to not have another one of. I like it. So that's when I reached out to Paulo. He happened to be at a show, and I ordered up this red E8 that he had around that didn't make it to the show. It couldn't all fit in his bag. So I was lucky to be able to get this beautiful E8 Modulo. Remember, Modulos are different than classics in that they're a frame. They're an anodized aluminum frame, milled. Start their life as a billet of aluminum, milled out, and they have all these panels are interchangeable on a Modulo, from the door to the back to the faceplate. Much like you could see on this mod, like here's a different door that can go on. You could do the same here. It's a carbon fiber door. Here's a custom faceplate on this one. It's not an aluminum, it's a stainless steel. You could do a custom door. I have a custom door. You'll see that in a little bit, but I don't want to overwhelm you because I'm overwhelmed by this mod right now. I'm still getting used to it. So since these parts are in here again, this mod was not ordered for, I want the most beautiful mod you have, Paulo. I wanted something I could beat the shit out of. Sorry for my language, but that's it, and not worry about it. Well, to be quite honest with you, I am going to worry about it because this mod is sick. I mean, it's just not something I'm going to beat the hell out of, but I am going to use it all the time. This is my everywhere mod. These other mods are my elegant night out, you know, mods type of thing. On the desk, around the desk, in the car. It's not that I'm afraid of them. I don't think there's any less durability in those mods. It's just that they're just too awesome to subject to scratching when you have a mill finish that you could scratch and you could probably rub it out type of thing if you so chose. But I like it. Like I said, it has a lot of character on it. So your E7 will probably come in different anodized colors. Okay. So again, let's go back into the inside of the mod. Remember, this one opens a little different. I'm still used to it. Again, we do have a DNA 40. We do have your up-down adjustments. DNA is lockable. You can do all kinds of stuff. But the cool thing about this mod, now that I have no atomizer on it and can't show you, is that I don't have to lock them because they're hidden behind a door. It's not that I switch my wattage all the time, but it's just, if you are the kind of person that does, you wake up in the morning and you vape at a different setting than you do throughout the day, this one is that much more convenient because you just open the door and you can adjust them. The doors panels are held on with magnets. Every part of this mod is a very robust piece. I mean, this Delrin robust, the spring, it's like freaking industrial. I mean, this thing is made to hold in your battery, and it's like, it ain't, one thing about this mod, check it out, it makes absolutely zero, well, let's just shake the goddamn bottle off there, boy. It makes zero noise. Listen to it. Nothing. Not even the button. That's special, isn't it? I don't care. Those things don't bother me. I'm not the kind of dude that gets freaked out over a mod making noise. If a mod is high quality, durable, and vapes as good as it looks, I like it. Now, unfortunately, that has to be regulated for me. So all your DNA adjustments are made with these little buttons right here. There you go. It's that simple. You're kicking them up and down, doing all kinds of stuff with it. Right there with these little concealed buttons inside the door. I don't know why, but this one is 27.0. I really would love to put it at 11. Like if I could vape 11 watts, because in my mind, if all these, I can put them at 11 watts, I'd set them at 11. Because these mods, like the Addies that I run, they go to 11. These are the mods that go to 11, and in my opinion, the atomizers that go to 11. There's a lot of stuff that goes to 10, There's a lot of stuff that comes close to 10. But these days I've been freaking lucky enough to get stuff that goes to 11. So unfortunately I got to go to 27. I should go to 33 because it's a multiple of 11. That's a little too hot for me. I'm using 1 ohm coils. Now one thing I wanted to point out too is previous version UFO that came on previous ones. They unscrew. The UFO unscrews. You can change these cups. These cups have they're silver plated brass for conductivity inside. This is all stainless. But inside, that little adjustable pin that you adjust with an Allen wrench to seat your atomizer where you want it, that's silver plated brass, as is the tube. But now what I wanted to show you is the new, look at the innovation, this new one. This is a company, another thing that really appeals to me about it, not only the customer service, the friendliness of the people that have these mods. It's just an awesome group of people. And the killerness of the mod is the constant innovation. Okay, so look, this even the thing, some people have a difficult time unscrewing the UFO. You know, maybe a lady or maybe even a weak guy like me. Now you can put your tips of your pliers in those holes and it makes it easier to turn. So there's an innovation. We got black Delrin in there as opposed to the white Delrin of the past. Again, the same silver, the same killerness. There's no brass in any contact with juice. Anybody that knows me knows I don't do brass in contact with juice. Just don't. Now when you get your E7, let's show you kind of what it comes with. It comes with these bottles. These are like your classic E7 bottles, but they do fit the Cappy. I mean, it does take the Cappies, which I love, because otherwise I'd be bummed, because I've got a bunch of them and I just ordered a bunch more. Comes with the Allen wrench, comes with the card, comes with a killer sticker, which I've taken and manipulated to put on my ohms reader there. I'll do things like that. I'll manipulate stuff. I manipulate. And I like this, because this is also, Ferrari has that, because Ferrari's an Italian company, SunBox is an Italian company. It just makes sense. Oh, killer. There's two. I know one of them came with my Cappy bottles, okay, and probably another one from my, I bought that spare UFO. I wanted to have a spare UFO. The way I see it is there's not much that's going to happen to me now that's not even going to keep me from vaping regulated. With 3 of these, I'm pretty damn well set. So you get your stickers, you get your SunBox card, contact information right there. And then again, you get this checklist, okay? It tells you what your mod is, when you got it, and it's all kind of checked off. Then it makes sure it runs and all that stuff. The quality control is good. Now that's something that's probably something worth mentioning. I've seen, do people actually vape their mods with these on here? Wouldn't that be like the equivalent of freaking having like a plastic cover on your sofa? I'm just throwing that out there. I think I've seen people like vaping mods with that on there. Like, to me, I don't buy a mod with the intent to sell it. I buy it with the intent to use it. If I sell it, it's because I don't like them. Period. Done with them. If I sell a mod. Or I've got way too many and I want to help somebody. I've done that with my Rios. I've got a lot of them, had a lot. I like to try and help people. I've never flipped a mod to make money. I have no intention of it. These mods are bought to use. All that stuff comes off. If I get a scratch on it, too bad. So that's that. But now that's something to point out. These mods charge. See, here's what I'm telling you guys in my other video. See that little drop of juice right there? When you take your bottle off, as I have, when you swap them out to change your bottle, you got to kind of be cognizant that that will drop juice. So when I take them off, I hot swap it. I have another one ready. Okay, there's another one ready. So where I was going with this is, lost myself here. We were talking about what comes with the mod. Oh, USB. These mods have USB. The E8 has an option for USB charging. Okay, this E7, this particular one doesn't. I don't know if it's not an E7 feature, it's not this one, which is fine with me. Again, that might be something that could be subject to getting dirt inside. You can see this is a sealed, it's a pretty well sealed mod. It's not one I'm going to be afraid to take anywhere I go. Period. So no USB, which is totally fine, but the E8 does, which is in a way it's cool. When you're sitting around your house, you can have one charging while you're vaping the other one, which I have to take a little bite. And for that I apologize. But I do vape, and so I have these mods. So then you get the killer SunBox box with your mod. And I don't know, maybe if you express enough love, Paulo, like just kind of almost like princess out and just your head over heels about the dude's work, which I was as soon as I got that used mod, I kind of let him know, man, your stuff is off the chain. So your mod comes in this killer bag. My first mod, He gave me this door as a present, a carbon fiber door. These things they're like, I don't know, it's like $100 for this thing. He just threw it to me. He said, here it is. It came with this red mod along with the door that came with it. Okay. So I got that. So in this mod, you see the door that comes on it's standard, which is really killer. In this mod, I got this little deal here, and it said, it was a cool note. I got to share it with you. Hope this door, it said, present for my friend Russ. I hope this door will give you joy. I thought, thanks, Paulo. Really cool, dude. Yeah, I'm joyed out. I'm just kidding. This is the friggin' door that came with it. Is that sick as hell or what? And the dragon is so fitting for a couple reasons. Let's pop it on there. The dragon is fitting because this thing can breathe fire. And to me, it's a dragon that it doesn't, instead of blowing out fire, it blows out smoke. But it's so cool. You know how I know it's cool as hell? Because my wife was like, what's with the dragon? I'm like, that dragon is beast. I said, I'm not a guy that's covered in tats or anything. But let's just say for somebody that isn't, this to me is such a cool freaking, that is insane. And it matches perfectly, in my opinion. The crack tip is what this is called on the m-atty. It's like the perfect match for an m-atty crack tip right there. It's like almost planned. So that's the kind of guy and the people that SunBox are, and Paulo in particular. There's this E7 next to the E8s. I don't know what more I can leave out except be remiss if I don't tell you that I don't miss maintaining contacts. The things around my vape area, like things like deoxit gold, gone. Things like 3000 grit to polish up a contact, gone. Alcohol swabs and stuff like that. Everything, it's just gone. My life has changed from being a contact maintaining dude because my vape style has been down in about the 0.4 ohm range. That requires you to maintain contacts. Pretty much every time I change my battery, I would buff up a contact or deoxit it if it was a plated contact. No longer a worry in my life now. I just plug in a battery, put in a battery, I'm good to go. I got 10 milliliters of juice. Super easy squonk in action. I mean, it's just a little deal there, and I am jacked up. You guys are probably going, man, dude, your hands shake. Yeah, that's right. I drink some killer espresso. I get myself amped, and then I just... The Dragon, the killer, E7 Classic. Don't know if there's any features I did or didn't go over. I just can't help but to admire this. If you were to ask me, I was thinking about this video, if you said, Ross, dude, you get to pick one of these mods to keep, which one is it going to be? Well, thank God I'm not in that position, and I would fight for any one of these three mods. You and me would fight for any of these mods. There's none I'd just let you have, okay? But if I had to pick one, I don't know, I'm going to be honest with you, it'd be tough to, because these mods are ultra special mods. They're cool. The E8, a little bit smaller, not much. I mean, height-wise, they're the same. They're a killer fit in hand. They look awesome. All these mods do an exceptional well job of holding their retail value, and people will flip them too. To me, that says a lot about a mod, that it holds its retail value. These mods not only hold it, but there's people out there in the world making money off of these things. I have no intention of doing that. That's the cool thing about Squonker's Paradise. You have to sell at or below retail value, retail price, and most people do. These are in the US price range of like $400 and something for like a standard E8 USB. It's like somewhere like $450 or something like that. I don't remember because it's in euros and that's converted. This one I think is in like the $375 range in euros converted, plus minus, without that door. That door I think is priceless. Okay, and in that range. And I don't know that you can get a mil aluminum. I've never seen one before. There might be people that have them, but you just have to ask. You'd have to ask the dude. Once you got your first one and you're in and you could PM him and stuff, you just have to talk to him. His English is excellent. You could see he makes videos. He doesn't go out and make videos just about how cool SunBoxes are. Like he'll make them about this, like the new connector and the Moonraker that's coming out. I think they have a mod coming out with an Aeolus chip or something like that. Doesn't matter. I'm down. You could see the only thing I'm missing in my life, and I've got other atomizers, but there's one thing missing in my life right now, and I feel I'll be pretty well set. It's one more atomizer. Okay? other than that, I'm game on. So appreciate you sitting through that. Got any questions about these? I'd love to be able to help you out with the limited knowledge I have. I'm gonna be becoming immersed. I'm hanging around some cool people over there in the SunBox lovers only that have been teaching me a lot. Namely, a dude named Timothy Moore, John Vanis, just good dudes, good all around. That's two names of probably, I don't know, however many people in that group of probably 20, 30, 40 people I've had interaction with over there that are just such cool people. Okay, regular people. And they make enthusiastic videos about their mods and this and that. And it's the SunBox Lovers Only is a group just about SunBox. Then you got Squonker's Paradise, which is about squonking in general, and you see all kinds of stuff. Well, I'm a metal mod user. So SunBox fit my bill of being a durable killer, extremely awesome metal mod, killer customer service, and regulated. So to me, that's my package right there. So to get back to, I could not pick one of these mods. I'm sorry I couldn't. We're fighting. I'm not getting rid of them. God gave me enough in life that I can afford 3 mods. My wife laughs at me. She goes, every time I get one, she's like, oh, it's like getting another vacuum. And I'm like, no, it's not like getting another vacuum. Like, you use one vacuum. This is like you getting another Michael Kors purse or another pair of shoes. That's why you have to have so many of them. Why? Because they kick butt. Why? Because you never know what's going to happen with the FDA. That's why. I'm not going to be caught with my pants down. I'm going to be vaping how I want, as long as I want. So that's why I get multiple mods. And I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I get something I like, I immediately need another, because I think to myself, what if something happened and I couldn't get another one from over there? Or this or that. So I get another one right away, and I get spare parts. I don't mess around. I start getting all kinds of spare parts. I get as much as I can of stuff. That's one thing I want to tell you. When you order from there, the shipping is probably like $20. So that's probably included also. When I told you the price of these mods, like $450 and whatever it was, like $375 or something, that includes shipping from Italy. I feel very confident in my mod purchases. I'll tell you that much. So there's my life as you see it at the moment. I hope you can enjoy your stuff as much as this has brought joy to my life. Every one of these mods, from the first one to this next brand new one to right now this one, it's a cool experience. So if you guys stuck with me this long, I appreciate it. I want to thank anyone that subscribed to my channel. I've had a lot of people tell me every time I make a video they wind up spending money, and I do apologize, but I really want to go and say, when I make a video about something, it's usually 100% of the time something I believe in and think that you will like as much as I do. Now, I have made a couple that I'd probably like to retract if I could. But right now, when you see this video is made out of passion, okay? It's made because I like this. Like every other video I've made, I make it because I want to, because I'm bored as hell. I have a hobby of shooting videos. So this is one of, there's been a few mods that I'll tell you about that I've made videos that I'm glad if you bought them because of me. And those are Rio's mods and the Custom Classic mod. But right now, I hope if you buy one of these because of this video, I hope one day just tell me, hey, thank you. You turn, because that's what I feel like saying to the dudes that are always telling me about SunBoxes. Thank you. Thank you for Craig Williams from Loki Lab about a year ago told me, dude, you need to get a SunBox. I'm like, dude, I got my regulated mod. I got my mech Rios. I'm cool, but thanks for asking, bro. Now I look back and want to kick myself in the ass because it was a green Loki E8, E7 with a Loki dude on it. We know how cool the Loki dude is, and he was giving it to me for like freaking half price. And that's how much of a bonehead I was. So listening to your friends is important. I like to think of anyone that watches my video as a potential friend. You know, there's probably some people out there that I might not get along with. You know, if you're an exceptionally dirty, filthy pig of a person, you and I probably wouldn't get along very well. If you're functionally illiterate, we probably wouldn't get along very well. If you're really, really smart, we probably wouldn't get along really well. But if you're just a regular dude that wants a killer vape or a regular girl, we would get along fine, I'll tell you right now. Especially if you have a wild and crazy sense of humor, because I do. And I got to keep it restrained in my videos. And I got to keep my language down. I'd be cussing like there's no tomorrow. This right here is where I'm at. And if you go out and you drop your 400 plus bucks on this, I'll but guarantee you that you will be thankful that you did, because a couple of people I've talked to that have are as thankful as I am that they went ahead and made this jump, and most of them aren't using their other mods anymore. So it's nice to know that I'm not alone. Wish I'd taken some advice earlier. This is Super X, also known as Russ the Tool. So I will see you guys in the very near future. Peace.